Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property. Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about what DOGE is doing. Elon Musk is reducing the government, trying to get rid of wasteful spending. This is not a topic that everybody is interested in due to its political nature, and I understand that this can be triggering for some people. So if you're someone that is easily triggered, now is your time to just exit the stream. All right, I don't want anybody who is super triggered by those that are trying to do things within the government system to now be triggered. So I've given you about 30 seconds to hop off. We're about to get straight into it, okay? Elon Musk, owner of Tesla, also the owner of SpaceX, also the owner of X, is running DOGE. This is the same guy who is the richest man in all of America, has the most invested in America, and so he has the most to gain, again, from America and making sure that it runs efficiently and smoothly moving forward. Because if the dollar is useless at some point in time in the next 15 years due to overspending and our dollar being devalued because it's a saturation in the market and that's us owing China more than $1 trillion, then of course that affects Elon as well, and it affects all of us. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to get physical assets like real estate, because even if the dollar is worthless, we'll switch to something else and I'll still have to pay that real estate off. So with that being said, is a lean government more efficient? Well, there's pros and cons to that, right? If it's too lean, people have to work a lot more, and that can make them less efficient. But if it's oversaturated, people work a lot less, and because of that, they're also less efficient. They take their time, they don't do as much, they're wasteful, and these are our tax dollars that are being spent. So I am not going to hold back today. I'm just not going to do it. I pay for people to sit on their butts, to not want to go into the office. And now I'm not saying that every single job requires you to go into the office in order to produce for our economy and for our nation. But it's about time that people are held accountable. It's about time that I know where my money is going. And so you understand where I'm going with this at this point. Yes, accountability is necessary. And for anybody who doesn't believe that accountability is necessary, like, what are you doing? You have to be accountable at your job or you get fired. You get fired at your job when you're not accountable. You get fired at your job when you're not responsible. You get fired at your job when you clock in late. These people get to flick on a laptop and they're not held to any sort of standard, making $200,000, $300,000 a year. And it's about time that somebody held them accountable. It's about time that somebody told me where my money was. It's about time that we stop filing papers for retirement in a cave, all by hand, as if we're not in 2025. It's about time that all of our systems, all of our processes get updated. It's about time that we stop living like we're in the past. All these old politicians still speaking on our behalf when they only care about being voted in is insane. Absolutely insane. And I'm not about to get into the politics of Democrat or Republican or anything like that, because I don't really care. I am an independent. That is how I live my life. I'm getting a lot of text messages right now. But what I will say is, yes, I was talking about wasteful spending for over a year, with family and friends. And I'm finally glad to see that something is happening, because we have to be responsible in our lives. If we drown in debt, then we have to file for bankruptcy. And there are some debts that are not bankruptable, like student loans. I'm not entirely sure, but it could be medical debt as well. So, obviously the U.S. If the U.S. were to default on its debt, that would absolutely cripple the American economy. Do you understand that the value of the dollar would be useless if the U.S. were to default on its debt? And just going to some cryptocurrency is not going to save us. It's absolutely not. It would destroy our nation as it is today financially. It will cripple us as an economy. And people don't think about the ramifications of the U.S. maybe having a default on its debt, to not be able to pay Social Security in the next 10 years, to not be able to pay Medicaid in the next 15 years, because they'll go insolvent, only paying about 77% of the Social Security and disability benefits. And then right now, we're still being taxed on Social Security when we're already taxed to pay into it right now. That's insane. Why are we always being double taxed on our money? And then you're taxed when you go ahead and buy something as well, right? Like, you're triple taxed on your money. There's a triple tax on our money right now. Why are we okay with that? That's not okay. You're triple taxed when you invest and pull your money out. You're triple taxed when you buy food from a store. You're triple taxed because you got to pay a tax to get the money first. You got to pay a tax when you pull the money out as an investment. You'll pay a penalty if it's in your 401k. That's 3 taxes right there. You pay a tax on your Social Security. You pay a tax when you receive your Social Security. You pay a tax when you buy food from the store. That's 3 taxes right there. Like, why are we taxed so much? Why are people okay with that? Just so that you can give Show Joe a job? I'm tired. I'm young and tired. I don't want to be old and tired. I'm tired right now. I need a lot more people to be tired, a lot more people to wake up, a lot more people to understand where your money is going, because it's your money and you're not getting it if you actually work, right? Like, if you actually work, it's your money. You should get it, right? Let's all form a common consensus that we don't want to be paying for everybody else to not do nothing. Whether it's I'm not going to say unemployment, but if you're on unemployment, it's only for 12 months at the most. But whether it's just to sit at home and collect whatever government assistance you can, or to just not do what it is you're supposed to do, right? Where if you're able-bodied and functioning, you should be out there getting to work as a human being. And our job is to ensure that if you're using our money, my money, that you're working for it. It's not free 99, right? And then for anybody else that is trying to take advantage of this country that I live in, I'm so glad to have people who are willing to fight on my behalf, elected officials willing to fight on my behalf to ensure that that is not the case, and that they're doing things on their own side to correct certain issues, like Mexico holding up their own borders so that we can spend our resources on other things and not have so many migrant crossings, right? Even one crime from a migrant is one more than we should have had. So yes, I understand that it could be blown out of proportion, but there are still families affected by that. And that's crazy, that's sad, and it shouldn't be happening. So that's all I really got to say on that. I'm not sure if it needs to be as lean as what they're hoping for. I think they were looking for like 7 or 10%. And so far they've gotten a 3 to 4% reduction in force. They did pause certain positions, certain jobs. I think that, you're getting rid of people who just this was the last straw for some people. I'm not gonna say that they didn't want to work. Maybe there were some hard workers that worked from home, but at the end of the day, like, we gotta do what we gotta do, or what the elected official has to do in order to ensure that people are being paid to actually work. And those who are scared and actually go into the office because they don't have the financial freedom that I preach on this channel, they're going to work. They're going to be more efficient at their job because they want to keep said job. And that's important. That's important. The more efficient you are, the more prosperous we can be, the more functioning we can be. And that's going to lead to better results, a better America, a more efficient America, a more clean America. So with that being said, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.